All right, it's probably realized by now. Hit him with the intro. We are live, by the way.
All right, welcome to another episode of Dice Droppers, where a bunch of us good friends sit around and play Dungeons and Dragons while attempting to not allow our dice to fall on the floor. I am
Chris,
your
I think
dungeon
that's the
master,
funniest thing you've ever
Austin. We have Oscar, Luke, Chris, and other Chris.
Hello, everyone. Do we want to say what happened?
You're ridiculous. So, last we left off, our adventurers journeyed into... Actually, sorry. Our adventurers were currently in a magic shop, Embers and Ashes. And while they were there, they were greeted. Let's see. I completely forgot the guy's name. There you go.
Oh.
They were greeted after they exited by a darker entity. After leaving Embers and Ashes and getting some magical items, they were greeted by a dark figure that was currently poached on the top of the building. The party decided to engage in battle with him and unfortunately weren't able to land a single blow. That is until Aura decided to cast, I think what it was, Thunderclap, right?
Shatter, I think.
Thunderwave,
right? On two of the enemies that were currently posted in different areas, ensuring that no guards were approaching in this crossroads, kind of across the street from the Dancing Basilisk and the fountain. After casting that, many guards immediately, started swarming over towards where the noise had originated, and the encounter ended with Karst being beaten up pretty bad. The individual they didn't figure out the individual's name, and on top of that, they left Karst bloodied and stabbed on both sides of his neck. They hid into the Dancing Basilisk as a bunch of patrons and the owners ran outside, and really just to see kind of what was the ruckus and what was going on. Didn't see anybody after they came out, and to which point the guards decided to investigate it further. Upon capturing a couple of individuals, they were not able to find them. The morning arrived, and in the morning decided that they were going to go and interact with Commander Louisa, as they felt that the city is not safe and it was time for them to kind of continue on their journey. During which point, Captain Dorn was outed as Rin, and everyone decided to, craziness ensued, and they captured her, and they are now escorting her to the dungeon, asking for some more questions. The one who had figured that out was Eva herself, as she asked Captain Dorn what her nickname was, which she doesn't have a nickname. So we pick up heading into the Tower of Commander Louisa's dungeon. So we're actually going downstairs. So you guys open the door. There are a few guards that are standing posted up on the outside of her tower. There are a few of her there are a couple extra ones that are following. You guys are currently heading down a spiral staircase, like super fast. These two guards they're actually behind Commander Louisa are dragging her in and just like kind of very violently and just like pulling her down the stairs. You guys make it down to the bottom, and at which point they actually shackle her up in chains. And there's like in the basement, there's all these different, it's one single row of different cells. There are three of them on each side, and at which point there is a chair with like a few candles. Two of them are hanging on each side, where a guard is currently posted. They open up one of the farther end cells and toss Rin inside. Slamming it shut, Commander Louisa slowly approaches the front of the cell and says, "We will get the information out of you one way or another. Just make it easy on yourself and just tell us what we need to know. And I promise you, we'll spare you some mercy." To which point Rin doesn't say a word. She says, I guess we're not talking. Well, don't worry. You'll talk soon enough. At which point Commander Louisa turns and begins to head in your direction. You guys are currently lined up. I mean, the pathway is not like super narrow. You could probably fit like 7 or 8 people across. But there are 3 smaller cells on each side. Is she going to approach your group?
Okay. Louisa. Would you mind if I have a word with her?
Be my guest. And she just continues walking past you.
Okay.
Just let us know
Louisa.
whatever information you can find.
Louisa,
Yes.
do you have any idea where where Captain Dorn is?
If I would have known that, we wouldn't be in this situation now, would we? Use your head, Eva. And she begins to continue walking.
So as I walk forward towards the cage, are the guards still there?
There's one guard that's currently posted. It's kind of like at the end of the hallway. There are a couple candles. There's like a small little table where you can eat and put your feet up. Currently has keys on the side of him as well. And as you're walking towards the cell, you do see that not all the cells are filled, but the one that's next to Rin is filled, the one across is filled, and the one farthest to is filled as well. So there are currently 4 people that are currently prisoners here.
Okay. The guard that locked her up, does he still have the key?
Yeah, so he has all the keys. There are 6 keys that he currently has on his side, and then on the other side of him, he has a short sword. And again, he's of military armor and everything, so you do see the cloak and all the rest of it.
Excuse me, sir. Would you mind if I took a step in to have a chat?
Can't do that. Can't let you inside.
Okay.
Commander's orders. You can talk to her as much as you want, but can't let you in. Sorry, man.
Okay. I'm going to walk up to the side of the bars.
Okay. So you walk up to the side of the bars.
I'm going to lean in, and I'll have a conversation in Elvish.
Okay.
With
so who here can speak Elvish?
Not me.
Okay. So none of you can hear this at all. Okay? So your characters cannot hear this. All right. Go ahead.
Should we leave the call? Should we deafen?
Turn your videos off and mute yourself.
Well, we can hear it.
I don't know.
I can't turn the video off
I don't
without
know
the
how to
stream
handle
also
this
going
on the
down.
stream.
I think wasn't there used to be?
It would be deafen. The thing would be deafen.
I can.
But
what is it? Server deafen?
Yeah, server deafen. They wouldn't be able to hear, and then when you turn it back on, they'd be able to hear it
The
again.
stream also wouldn't hear though, just so you know.
Hey Luke, can you hear me?
Yeah, the stream also wouldn't be able to hear. So,
but they can't speak it anyway. So.
Oh, you just deafened the server.
If we're going to have this conversation, yeah, then
that's fine. It's okay. Right. I can do it to each individual though. I don't have to do it for the whole thing.
You came from Autumndale, you told me. How much of that was complete crock?
She kind of smirks. She goes, "You're not one of the cause, are you?"
I never paid much attention to politics. It seemed to bore me when there was so much more other fun things to do.
You're pathetic.
Enlighten. Pathetic. I don't know. I think walking around outside free is a little bit more above and broad than sitting in a jail cell.
At
From
least
an outside perspective, it doesn't seem like I'm the pathetic one.
At least I'm fighting for what's right. We elves have been oppressed for years, pushed into that land. Do you have any idea the pain that all these kingdoms have caused us? It's time for us to rise.
So let's go kick them in the teeth. I don't understand why you have to do all this subterfuge. It's boring. Listen, if you wanted my help, you should have asked me for it. Doing this alone, I get it. I understand the appeal. But doing things alone is how you end up there. If you wanted my help, come to me. I love my town. I just hate my parents.
Her shackles are behind her. By the way, she's shackled up. She stands up and runs forward, slamming her head into the bar and looking at you and just going, "You're not one for the cause. I have nothing to say to you." And turns around.
I'll back up a little bit. I'll carve in the air the symbol of peace be upon you.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll turn. Well, that was less than helpful.
I'm at a loss for words. All I'm thinking about is Captain Dorn. If he's all right.
So I'm taking it we didn't get anywhere with the elf girl there, huh?
No. Religious zealots, they're all one and the same.
Okay. So as you guys are
Says it to the cleric.
You guys are still standing there, and then you hear a couple shackles that are from the opposite end from where you're currently are, Salithol, and the shackles are louder than Rin's, and they're almost, you can hear the heaviness in them as they're slamming down on the ground. And approaching forward is this very larger entity that's in the shadows, and it's probably dimmer light. It's shadowy. If they're standing all the way in the back of their cell, it'd be difficult to distinguish them, but you would be able to see at least the silhouette of their figure and their physique. When he steps forward, and this individual goes, "Hey, you, the elf, come here."
I'll walk forward.
You're speaking Elvish, right? He's saying this all in common, by the way.
I'll switch to Elvish. What of it?
He speaks in Elvish. Interesting. An elf that doesn't know about the cause. Seems we have that in common. Well, at least we don't care about the cause.
Oh. So are you more willing to talk than she was?
Listen, I've been here for a few months now. As you can see, I'm not going anywhere. He's holding up the shackles, and they're tight. As his arms are closer up towards you, that are kind of more in the light, and you can distinguish him. You see that he has elongated fingernails that haven't been clipped, and they're all yellowy. But each arm is massive. So what would be like two fingers together for you is like one finger for him. And he's just big, brawn. He's got very light, almost pale bluish skin. And he's holding them up. He goes, "How would you help me out here? See that guard over there?
I see him.
Bust me out of here. I'll take you to exactly where you want to go. Wherever you want. I'll get you out of here."
You can speak Elvish, and you know a secret. Doesn't mean you really have anything that I know, that I would need to know. Give me something.
What you want to know about the cause?
I would love to believe you. Enlighten me on something.
Who's to say I trust you? Listen, I can tell you all you need to know about the cause. Especially that one over there. I recognize her. That little bitch had it coming. Getting caught being stupid. This wasn't on my terms. I was betrayed. Safe to say you and I could have a little partnership for a while if you want.
Can I, try to size him up, see if he actually has something that I need, and if he would be, a general danger to society?
Roll an insight check for me.
Okay. 8.
Yeah, you don't know.
Okay.
You get the sense that he might not be all talk, but in terms of knowing if he's telling the truth, lying to you, you can't really discern that.
A lot of important things have just happened. People's tensions are going to be raised for a little bit. You've been in there for several months. I say you can wait at least 12 hours more. Let me have some time to think and maybe come back when people aren't as alert.
Well, sounds good to me. By the way, what should I call you?
Sailithil. What's your name, friend?
Sailithil. It's good to meet you. I'm Vistir.
Dear.
Vistir. Vistir.
I actually got it right. I'm surprised with myself. Can I tell what race he is? Is he also Elvish?
Yeah, as he says his name, his head kind of appears into the light, and you see on his face that he's got it's his bald head, very distinguished tattoos that are running all the way across his forehead. He's got different tattoos all over his arms, and they're mainly lines, different symbols. They're not exactly animals or specific shapes, but they're all throughout his body, and you definitely distinguish him as a Goliath.
Very well, friend. Wait your peace. I'm gonna stand up and walk back. Everyone seems to have an attitude. Let's find your friend, Eva.
All right. Was there anything that he said that I don't know what you guys were talking about, but I don't know if you asked him if he knew Dorn, and it doesn't matter. I think the best person to start with, and I kind of have an idea. As of right now, do I know where? Oh God, I'm blanking on his name. Do I know where Salazar is?
You know where who?
Salazar.
So Salazar was there. He did not follow you down towards the dungeon cells. He is currently posted above from the last time you saw him in the courtyard.
Okay. I'm going to kind of have this epiphany. Be like, oh my god. And then start running up the stairs and be like, follow me! And run to go and find Salazar.
I'll look at Aura and Karst and...
I guess we're following her. Yeah.
Guess we're going. Let's go.
Forgot the sentence, but okay.
So as you guys make your way up the stairs, Saethal, you're the last to kind of move in that direction. The guard yells at you, "Oi! If you want to come back down here, you have to get permission from the commander, okay?
All right.
Be on your way."
And as we leave, I'm just going to try to like take in as much of the area as I can remember, like the layout, how many
Roll
steps.
perception check.
Is there a lock on the door? Ooh. Perception 20.
Yeah, so you get the general area. I mean, it's pretty basic. It's just a single hallway. There's no other entry to get in. This is the only way from which you are exiting right now. There's a door behind you, and the guard does come and lock it behind you. It's a typical lock. It's something that you've experienced before, so you know it kind of how to pick those if you were to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Each cell has a lock that's different. The symbols are a little bit more distinguished, so some look like a regular key, some have a little more jagged key. But you get the sense that that each key has its own purpose that is currently, set on the side of the guard. And as he shuts the door behind you and locks it, he still is inside of this dungeon with them. Mm-hmm. You guys continue to make your way up the stairs. So, for the most part, only one guard in the dungeon, nobody else. There's no one posted outside of it either. There are a couple torches outside of the doorway in order to get into the dungeon, but that's it. So it's like dim light in the room and at the bottom of this spiral staircase.
And I'm following Eva and the rest of them.
Yeah, you guys make your way up. As you get to the main floor of the tower, you see as Salazar, Commander Louisa, and a few other of the city guards are currently there. There are probably 2 or 3 of them. A few of them are kind of by the door. A couple of them are by the opening in the window. Just making sure no one's watching or listening. As you guys get to the top, Commander Louisa looks at you and goes, you four, come over here. And as you guys step forward towards the table, she has a map of Calderon currently on here. And she pinpoints right here, and she points on the map. And looking at the map, she points at the city of Blackrock. And she says, currently, we are experiencing a lot of troubles here. The guilds are having a very difficult time maintaining this boundary from a lot of the main people in the wastelands. Here at Doterra, the capital city is currently experiencing a little bit more, I'll call it chaos than normal. There have been a lot more crime rates spiking up, but again, that could be for a number of reasons. It could be that they know that there's not as many guild members going over there. But the real problem right now is currently posted here at the southern point. Here at the southern outpost, we are experiencing a very low shortage of men, and they will need reinforcements. Salazar, do you think you could escort some of my troops over there? And Salazar goes, yes, I can definitely do that.
Hold on, Louisa. I know that Salazar is one of Dorn's most trusted men, but given the fact of the circumstances of right now, can we make sure that Salazar is actually Salazar?
Sure. She takes out her rapier and just stabs him right in the arm.
Jesus Christ!
And Salazar's
I had
like,
a whole plan. I had a whole plan ready.
she like throws it down to the side. Some blood splatters on the floor.
That's not what I meant.
She then sheaths it, walks over, puts her hand on his wound, and does with her arm. All of a sudden, this like green aura begins to heal the wound, and it begins to shut. She goes, "Sorry about that. I think it's safe to say that he is not an illusion." Salazar is looking at you like, I am me. And looking at her
sorry,
like,
Sal.
what the heck
I'm
was
sorry.
that for, Commander Louisa?
I'm sorry, Salazar. I mean, my plan was I was just going to ask you a question that I know you would only know the answer to, but apparently we just stab people around here.
You could have just asked me that. You could have just been instead of insinuating that wasn't who I was.
Stabbing is a very effective method of character ID.
We now know that. The more you know, people, the more you know. If you don't know if somebody's lying to you or not, just stab them.
Seemed to work for me.
I bleed every time I unlock my elf phone.
2248.
That was a bad joke.
It was. It was bad and I feel bad.
Anyone who's watching the stream right now, please
Just
say
too
that.
rough.
Please tell everyone that Faz that was a terrible joke, because it was.
Oh, I'm sure. I know at least 2 people are going to tell me that was a terrible joke. Yeah. Thanks.
And that's not
And,
me, by the way.
Anyways, all I was gonna ask him was, what's the name of my familiar?
Does he know the
Salazar
name of
would
your
know this.
familiar?
Salazar would know it.
What would it be?
It would be Nibble.
Nibble. Dude, you literally brought out your familiar once in the first
Yeah.
episode, and
Yeah,
then
I've known
never
him
brought it
way
up
longer.
again.
I've known him way longer, and by the way, it's because I don't use it that
I'm
often.
writing it down. You know what? I'm gonna make the same rule that I did for your stupid pet frog Pete. That if you don't
It
feed...
doesn't need to eat. It doesn't need to eat. It doesn't.
Context stream.
Well, maybe it needs to be summoned in order for you to be able to have it be a familiar
That's
to you.
not the point.
For
You don't
context
know
stream.
that.
For
Oh my
context
God,
stream,
Lawson.
in a
I'm
previous
the
campaign-
DM. I'm the DM. I am God of this realm.
You're a crappy DM.
Oh, that's
For
just
context
mean.
stream, in a previous game, Luke's character found a pet frog in a swamp, and Lawson made a rule that if Luke didn't verbally state that he fed the frog once per session, the next session he would find the frog just died of starvation. Even if the session took place over like one day, it doesn't matter. He's gone.
Dead frog.
Every session.
You know what?
Luke
You know
wrote
what's
on
the
top
funny
of
part
his
though?
character sheet, feed Pete. Like in all
You know-
caps, feed Pete.
You know what's the actually funny part though? That's not the first frog I tried to catch. The first frog I tried to catch, somebody fucking shot an arrow through it, and I was like, no!
Hey, the furball was awesome. Okay. All right. Got
In
my
any
new
case.
electrical pencil. Look at that mechanical pencil. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So,
Anyways, back to the plan.
So he says nibble.
Yeah. All right. I'm glad to know that you're you.
Me too. To which point, Commander Louise steps forward and goes, "Okay, you 4. I heard about what happened last night, and I think it's important that you 4 need to start headed towards the capital city of Terra. I have currently given you, provisions and things for your journey. It'll be about 3 days journey with the wagon, which would typically be like 5 or 6 day journey. And in addition to that, I will be sending a raven over to the king as well. Please know that as much as I appreciated all of you guys and everything that you've done here. Please know that I do have a city to run, and it seems to me that you being in here might not be best, but not only for your safety, but the safety of my people. So in the best interest for everyone, I think it's best that you guys start beginning to head towards the capital city. King Julius is there, and he will be the one that will be greeting you, and he is very excited to hear about the news. And luckily for me, I was able to encrypt the message to him so that way he knows that you've obtained the certain item of speaking. And she's kind of looking over and seeing if like there's any other like guards or anyone listening in. She does see one guard kind of like perk up a little bit and turn, to which point she runs over to him, grabs him, and just goes, "And we're not going to tell anyone about these things, are we?" And the guard's like, "Ma'am." And she just goes, "Good." Drops him down on the ground. To once after he drops,
she's really paranoid right now.
once he drops her pet owlbear comes walking down the stairs. He just looks over and is just staring really close at the guard. Like, no, I just was wondering what it was, because we're not speaking of it. So anyway, you four will be taking this cart, and the door opens up, and there's like a cart already ready to go. There's provisions in the back. It's very nice. There's actually 2 horses that are pulling it. And she goes, "It'll take about 3 days' journey, but you'll be on your way."
Are we to leave immediately?
Well, I know that you guys were currently staying at an inn somewhere. If there are some items or things that you had left there, more than happy to get that. But I do think it's important that time is of the essence, and there is a little bit of sense of urgency here. So, yeah, I would probably say yes.
Do you mind if I have a quick talk with Salazar?
Please. And she kind of like escorts the guards. The guards leave. She rolls up the map, and you see as once it's rolled up, there's a seal on there that goes all the way around. To which point you see it just immediately magically shift over and then plop back down into one of the areas where there's like a bunch of maps that are kind of placed, organized on the table.
Do one of the maps have a very annoying like ink stain on them?
You walk over to the area where there are maps, and you do see the map that you had written something in there.
Oh my god.
You do see the map that you distinguish the map that you had written something in there, and you begin to opening it up. As you do, you open the map up, look at it, and there's no spot where which you wrote anything. And as she's beginning to walk up the stairs, she looks over at you and goes, "That was not a funny joke, by the way."
I disagree. I think it's very
just
funny.
like the elf phone.
And she just begins to continue to walk up the stairs, at which point her pet owlbear follows too.
I need to look at some magical ink. I'll roll it back up and put it away.
You roll it back up and you're taking it or putting it back?
No, put it in back where it's supposed to be.
Okay, yeah, you put it back. All right. Oh, and just for the record for everybody.
Give me my assassinate, please.
Never. You'll be level 2 forever.
We're all fine. We got our archetypes. We're good.
Oh, I'm so sad. Anyway, you had a conversation to have about your missing guild leader.
So yes, that's correct. So you walk over to Salazar, and Salazar is still kind of standing there, and he's organizing some troops. And you see that there's another. There are like 2 or 3 carts that are beginning to be organized, like on the other side, next to yours. And he looks at you and he goes, "Eva, you know that Captain Doran will be okay, right?"
I do.
Sorry, guild leader Doran. Kind of funny now that he's our guild leader, huh?
Yeah. I'm just wondering where he might be.
Well, knowing him, he'll be fine. I just want you to know that. He's been in the thick of things before, and I've known him for years. It'll be okay. And he kind of like gives you a little like fist bump like on your shoulder, but he's like reaching up because he's so short. He's like, yeah. She's like, eh.
Thanks, Salazar. I hope that you do well here.
It'll be fine. These men are really good. Very well-rounded knights. Please know that when you do get back to base, you inform everyone of the changes. And oh, I meant to give you this. And he like takes out a coin pouch and like tosses it your way. There's 25 gold pieces in there for you. And just want you to know that that's
now
your
payback aura.
that's your new stipend. And that's how much you get per month. So
Thank you, Salazar.
yeah. Well, I figured I wanted to congratulate you in person. So oh yeah, and you get this too. I forgot. And he like is like fumbling through like a bunch of stuff and everything, and he pulls out what appears to be it's just a feather, like just a small like little pin that's a feather. And he goes, "This will distinguish you as a lieutenant now."
Thank you. I take it and I just put it on my lapel.
But just because you're taller than me doesn't mean that I'm not your captain now, right?
Well, fair
Roll
enough.
dexterity saving throw.
Just stare. Oh shit! Great, right? Started like this. Okay.
It's gonna punch you in the stomach.
13.
Yeah, so he sweeps the leg and you just kind of drop and like land on your ass. And he's like kind of more like looking down on you now and he goes, "That's what I thought." And then just taps your head. And he's like, "All right, troops, let's go."
Dust myself off and like make sure my hair is okay. I'm like, Salazar.
Wait, Salazar.
And I just kind of walk away back to my group, hoping that they didn't see that.
Hey, Salazar. I'm gonna walk up too.
Yes, big man. What's up?
Listen, I know that Dorn apparently wasn't Dorn, so I don't know if this is still valid, but am I in the Silver Falcons or am I not in the Silver Falcons? Because I got a very clear invitation, and I'm just a little confused.
Well, he's kind of thinking about it.
So I've already been designing my uniform and everything, you know, behind the scenes a little bit. Nice little lapel.
Well, me personally, I have no problem with it, but it has to be run through Guildmaster Dorn. But tell you what, you got my sponsorship, and you also have Eva's, I'm sure. So I don't see how it'll be an issue.
All right. What do I call you? Are you Private? Private Salazar?
Roll
What am I, by the way?
Roll a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity.
Please.
Wait,
Wait, what?
Huge.
14.
Aren't you like a Goliath or something?
I'm a half orc. I'm 6'3".
Orc.
He's a half orc.
So you see as Salazar jumps up into the air and like drop kicks you, you kind of like fall back a little bit. You begin to fall, but you end up getting your footing. And as he drop kicks you, he spins back around and goes, "Nice." You can call me Salazar, and then gives you a little fist bump.
All right, Salazar. I'll give him one back. Hey, Eva, did you hear that? We're partners.
Its whole head. All right then.
Let's
Good to
go,
hear.
man. Let's go. And you see as like all the soldiers are beginning to like pull. There's like provisions on the wagons. 2 wagons on there. Salazar jumps on one of them, on the back of one of them, and just to make sure he gets count, steps off and then gets on front of the wagon on the left side and begins to like go on the other side of where there is an entryway on the northern entrance. So it's actually headed up towards Blackrock. Or sorry, not Blackrock. The other outpost, the southern outpost. So he's heading down south, and as he begins to like take the cart away, he just kind of turns back and just gives you guys all a thumbs up and continues on his way. You guys are currently standing outside of Commander Louise's tower. There is another tower that's more of like a library that was on the right where you're currently located, facing the opposite end of the tower. To the right of you, there is a library that you guys knew about, and then to the left of you is a tower that just hasn't been used, and there's nobody in there and nobody guarding it or anything.
Can I walk up to Eva and like sort of like condescendingly brush off a little bit of the dust that is like?
I already brushed off the dust.
Yeah, you do it again.
Yeah,
you walk over and do it again.
Off the dust.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyway, I have some business still to do in town. Can we wait like a day, maybe like go shopping, do things, and like try not to get stabbed?
We went shopping yesterday.
Yeah, let's do it again so that I can be here and at sundown.
What are you planning?
Do you remember when I was talking to Raina Rudu? What's her name? Rin, that one. Yeah. She mentioned something interesting about my hometown, and I didn't really like not knowing about it. So I wanted to go back in there when it was nighttime and kind of kick her teeth in until she tells me what it is. So
do I believe him at all?
What's your passive? What it would be still be with him? Yeah. So what's your passive perception?
Is that how that would work?
who?
No, Fab. Sorry.
My passive perception, 16.
Okay. Roll a insight check for me, Eva.
Okay. That's going to be a 12.
Yeah, you don't know.
I thought it would be more like he rolls deception or persuasion versus my
I thought
insight.
too, but you're
Well,
currently
are you being deceptive then? Because you asked me if you want to know if he's lying or not. So that'd be insight. If you're lying,
I don't know if I believe him.
If Salathel's lying to you, it'd be deception.
Well, I think it'd be deception against insight.
What I said wasn't what I said was true, but it wasn't the reason why I wanted to go back.
Okay. So then I did it right. Okay. Because if you were lying, then I would have you roll a deception check. So just distinguish it in the future so that it's easier for me in terms of rolling. Mm-hmm. So that way I know if you are or not. But I had the hunch that you were like, you're telling the truth a little bit, but like you're being very vague with it. So, which is totally fine.
I'm descended from the Fae, apparently.
I really don't think Louisa would like it, but
she wouldn't. But if I go down there and it's just the one guard, like he gets to take an extra night shift, and then I get what I want too.
What's that supposed to mean?
He gets to go to sleep for like 2 hours while I, drag Raina up and down the cell.
Rin.
Sure.
Fine, but I'm going with you.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
You better speak common this time.
Sure.
That was very threatening, Ava. Even I picked up on that.
Can I roll for intimidation against?
Sure. So you're gonna both roll intimidation.
We both roll intimidation. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know how it would be canceled out. Would it be like his
17.
22.
Oh, Wow.
Yeah, you feel like for a moment you're like, whoa, all right, like it's a different side of Eva you haven't experienced before.
Sure, I'll speak common. So,
All right then.
so in
We'll
the
leave right
meantime-
after that, though. Okay.
Hmm?
Is everyone okay with leaving right after that then?
Like in the middle of the night.
You have to leave soon.
I guess it's a head start.
Sure.
All right. Do we want to
Currently
like?
It's currently
Sorry.
midday right now, guys, and decently cloudy. But it's not as warm as you guys have experienced thus far.
Okay.
Aura, how much money did I owe you? Sorry for interrupting.
It's fine. 30 gold pieces.
30. I only have 25.
I took a blood oath.
Do it.
I took a blood
I
oath to
don't have-
Karst for 14 gold pieces. She can wait for 5 gold.
Take a blood oath.
I love how you did the favor contract. I can't believe that.
For
Can't wait
like
to
the
cash in.
stupidest product too. I got
stupid.
like
It was
a
a
book
ring,
of
right?
fire, like a history of fire that has.
I didn't think it
Anton
was
in
that
it.
stupid. I thought it was pretty cool.
Then Oscar got like the boots or whatever, and
Yeah, Archer was very happy about that.
I just love how not only did you sign a favor to him, you signed a favor to Karst too. Let's not forget that.
I feel like the Karst one is going to be a lot more fun. But
It's gonna be like, join the Silver Falcons with me.
yeah, but the one from Archer was like, hey, I get a shiny ring of
Or
of
Carson
hot
would be like, "Get me a sandwich from the shop."
With pickles.
Anyway, do we want to actually like do stuff over the course of the day, or do we just want to straight up jump?
Yeah.
to-
Do you guys have an agenda? Do
I-
you guys want to?
I don't. I'd be fine with just like chilling in the inner rooms until then.
Yeah, maybe we're
I'm
actually
finally gonna
alone.
read that book I bought.
Ooh. Oh, me too. And I'm also going to do that.
Okay. What book did you buy, Aura, again?
The Book of Beasts.
Oh yeah, that's right, the Book of Beasts.
Whole giant money debacle.
All right, so you
It
open
was
up the book.
Fantastic Beasts and
No.
No.
when to find them.
Is
Time travel.
that? Hold on, I'm sorry. Just for my count, is that the 4th time we've made that joke this campaign?
I
Yes.
don't know.
Indeed it is.
Just wanted to make sure.
Every time it's brought up.
It's a great joke though.
Is it? Chat, everyone tell Luke that was a bad joke.
Luke, roll a Constitution saving throw for me. Roll a Constitution saving throw for me. Failed. Okay, so when you open the book, you basically are flipping through the different pages. You actually roll a d20 for me.
Oh,
Cool.
Yeah.
Well,
14.
I wonder if I have.
Ooh, a table roll.
Oh, this is gonna be dope.
God got out of his chair.
Break the party.
God during 2020.
Okay, what did you roll?
14.
Hey, Chris.
Oh,
Chris Moore.
nice. Very nice.
14. All right, here we go.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
jeez, that's actually really dope. I can't believe it. Okay, so wow. All right, that is
Our DM is so prepared.
well, you gotta have fun with it too. Like some things you can't like. Okay, yeah, like okay, I'm gonna open up this book. What do I read? Like, yeah, I'm gonna write a freaking book. that you're just
Legendary
gonna-
creature.
Come on. So this is actually really cool. All right, so when reading this book, you're flipping through the pages, and one particular page kind of like pops out at you, and you're like, "Ooh, I want to read this." So you read about a sea dragon.
Ooh.
This aquamarine dragon has a shark's head that tapers off into a sleek eel-like body. Its large fins double as wings. Sea dragons are the children of the ocean. They believe they are semi-divine beings worthy of worship. Given their size and power, they may be right. Certainly, they are often companions or steeds to gods of the sea. Despite the solemn duties the sea dragons invoke, thanks to their lineage, they are extremely whimsical. While these immense creatures are playful, their games can shatter hulls and drown sailors. The sea dragons course through the waves with tangible joy as they hunt whales and entire schools of tuna. And you begin to learn more a little bit about them, and you're reading about it. That's how we're going to do this for you.
That's
I actually
cool.
have a book of the beasts.
That's fun.
So I was just like,
Cool.
I'll just have him roll for it, and then I'll flip to a random page, and that's what you'll get.
If he rolls another 14, does he learn about the sea beasts again? Okay, that's what I thought.
I think it's just the number of
Oh,
seconds
20.
Lawson counts to his head.
That's exactly why. I count fast. I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So anyway, okay, and then you pull open your book about the history of fire, correct?
Yeah.
What languages do you speak?
I think I read the stuff in common already, but I don't know if I read the stuff in well, because I just had time to skim through it. I didn't have time to actually sit
So
down and read
you're
it.
reading the common portion, correct?
The infernal. He cut out
the
when he said
infernal version.
Infernal.
Oh, okay. Give me 1 minute.
And there are
Because
sections
I think
of
I
that
just
book.
skimmed through in common, and I didn't
There's
actually
sections
read.
of that book that are written in Elvish too, right?
There's sections that's written in Abyssal, Celestial, Undercommon, Elvish, and Draconic.
Okay.
And the rest of those I don't know. I only know Infernal and Common.
All right. So when you're reading which one? You said Infernal?
Yeah.
Okay. So you are flipping through the pages, you get to the Infernal chapter. And you're reading through about how the history of fire and everything, and you read about this god and known as the Lord of Flames. And this Lord of Flames goes by a specific name, Kossuth.
Spell that, please.
Kossuth. Kossuth. He's known as the Fire Lord, Lord of the Flames, the Tyrant King, and the Tyrant Among Fire. And you learn that he was considered to not be a true god, but an elemental primordial, a being whose power rivaled that of a true deity. And you also learn that he has a flame that can carry more than 60 feet high and 20 feet in diameter. And his voice could be heard for hundreds of yards in every direction as a hissing whisper mixed with disturbing crackling and popping. You also read, as you continue on, that he is the one that gave the power to the Anton family and that they worship him. The symbol is a flame.
Shocker.
Of course, right?
The symbol is water.
You also know that there is a crimson pillar, which basically that is identified of the current place of worship. So if you see two crimson pillars, that's where you would be able to worship him. So if you ever come across a town and you see two crimson pillars, you know that they're worshiping Kossuth.
Okay.
And that's what you read in your book. And remember, it's in Infernal, so it kind of takes you a while because again, you do speak the language and you understand it, but again, it takes you a little bit of time because remember, this is like ancient writing, old book, so it's gonna take you a little bit longer. Book of the Beast. Anytime you read a book from the Book of the Beast, by the way, Oscar, you can, and I'll say this just as a fun rule for us. If you do come across the creature in an encounter and you remember it, let me know, and that way you'll understand like weaknesses and stuff like that that'll allow you to get advantage in attacking the creature. Okay.
Yay!
Eva.
All right. Because that would make sense. I mean, if you're reading about it and you're studying about it, like you should be able to discern, weaknesses, what they like, their dislikes, in some degree. Okay.
Guys, let's go hunt a sea dragon right now.
Right.
How about no?
You do know that they're in the deep sea, by the way, so they're not like on the coast or anything like that.
Once Sailorfoot gets to level 3, we'll go.
Right.
Never.
Once Cell gets
Never.
assassinated.
How about we do the
Never.
mission for your boots first?
All right.
Eva, just because I'm extremely bored and I just want something to do, can I read that Elvish section of that book?
You have to ask me.
I am asking you. Can I read it?
Well, didn't sound like you're asking Sailfield. That's why I thought you were asking.
No.
Chris.
It's
Yeah,
like,
my bad.
Because Sailfield just hates books and he hates reading, so he's
Is that how he asks me?
Yes.
As much as I don't want you to read this book, I can't read Elvish. So could you at least translate it for me?
Sure, I'll read it out loud like it's a children's book.
Ooh,
I'll prop
Hars
it
comes and
open,
sits over.
and, and I'll start reading it
Sing
in
like
Elvish.
this.
I'll start reading it in Elvish, and like go like da 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 da, and then I'll switch back to my normal voice and be like, yeah, that means like fire is hot. It's very simple, and I'll just sort of read that way. Eventually, I'll get sick of the bit, and I'll just start reading it out loud for everybody.
Okay. So.
As Fabs and Sailithil would do.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you're reading, you learn that there is a Druid of the Flame who is an elf, known as Ragnaros. He was also known as a Fire Lord. He was
Can you spell the name for me, please? Sorry.
Ragnaros.
Right, sweet.
And he is an elf druid that made a pact with a red dragon and was able to get fire, and then studying fire and its causes and everything, was twisted by his insane power, then had nothing more desire than to bury everything in ash. He operates mainly in the Firelands, which you guys know as Zordash. He operated there, but at one point he was destroyed by the great fire dragon, and the fire dragon took back its powers from him.
I crashed for a little bit there. What I have is Druid of the Flame was a Fire Lord, Elf Druid that made a pact with a Red Dragon, got twisted with the power, operated in Zordash, got destroyed by the dragon, took the power back.
Correct.
Cool. And this story,
I think the only thing
boys
that you
and
might have
girls-
missed was he operated from Zordash, which is called the Firelands.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this, boys and girls, is why we trade our souls for a ring of fire resistance.
Plot relevant.
That's a perfect way to end that story.
Total fluke. total fluke.
That's
I got lucky with my roll, and if it was anything else, my soul would stay in my body.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so. All right. So, as you guys are still currently located, just like I'll say that were you guys in your rooms or where were you guys?
I don't know.
As you're reading these books,
probably in our rooms is my guess.
I was imagining us in our rooms because if nobody wanted to shop, I wouldn't imagine.
That's what I kind of figured.
I definitely do not picture us in
a bar, just
tavern.
The dancing basilisk.
Yeah, we're definitely not in the dancing basilisk.
Okay. So after, does anyone have any other agenda that they want to do?
Nope.
Okay. So, as you guys are still currently located, we'll say in your little, hut, tavern, I guess, like area. No, you're in your inn. You guys are step out, and it's a little bit later at night. What are you guys doing?
Are you ready?
Yeah. First things first. I never really got a bead on what you two wanted to do. So, Karst Aura, are you okay coming with? Do you mind being a little bit sneaky?
Sneaky?
Wait, can you...
Oh, that sounds fun.
You cut out for me for a second.
I'll be honest, I have no idea what we're doing, but I'm in. Let's do it.
I kind of want to go back down and talk to Ryashi about what she knew about my hometown.
Did we get permission from the commander?
No, that's why we have to be sneaky.
Oh, you know we're not supposed to do that though, right?
I do, but I'm also kind of chafing under like obeying authority for this long. It's getting kind of weird.
Oh, that seems pretty on brand for you, Sale.
Yeah.
Normally I'd say no, but I'm interested.
Thinks that
Let's
we
go.
already left, so if we went up there and asked her now, she would probably be pissed that we hadn't left.
Oh, you're right. That'd just be weird. Okay, let's go.
I don't trust myself being sneaky. I'm just gonna be shaped into a hamster and just walk on Sailor Phil's feet.
Walk on my feet? Can I
right.
put her up on my shoulder?
Yeah.
Sure. So you turn into a little hamster. Sailthal, plop it right on your shoulder.
Hey, Eva, look! I've got a fuzzy pet too now. Anyway.
I just kind of walk out. I just sigh and walk out.
All right. So, as we're walking towards the main tower, I want to see like what like the guard situation is, like where they're located on the street, if there were any in the building that I remember.
So you guys are approaching the tower, correct?
Yeah, the tower with the dungeon.
As you're approaching the tower, you do see your wagon there with a bunch of guards, like waiting for you with like provisions and supplies. As you approach, they're like, "Oh, hey, you guys are finally here! All right, awesome. Listen, we got your provisions here. We got everything here, ready to go."
I kind of wanted to be stealthy. I didn't.
Okay, roll a stealth check.
Okay.
Because I know for a fact Eva is not, and I know for a fact Karst is not.
Natural 20.
There you go.
Ooh, natty.
So Karst and Eva are kind of moving forward. You currently are like just kind of behind a building. It's a very open courtyard. I mean, you're gonna have to move all the way around on the outer rim of where this courtyard is to kind of make sure that you're getting past everyone. So for a natural 20, as Eva and Karst are you guys following him? What are your thoughts on this?
I was going to use disguise self, so that way I could disguise myself just as like one of the other guards and just kind of pass through.
Okay.
I'm just following real sneaky.
What's your helmet look like? What's your helmet look like?
Come on, man, don't do this to me. I've seen the guards. Come on.
I'm saying what's your helmet look like?
There?
What's my helmet look like? Oh, crap. I know you told us. I forget.
Don't tell him.
Can I like can
roll a history check for me? Roll a history check for me with disadvantage.
Why with disadvantage?
Because you forgot as a player.
Yeah, me, Lucas forgot. Eva wouldn't forget. That's the whole point of Dungeons and Dragons. You make people.
That's why I'm saying roll a history check with disadvantage. Because you failed Eva.
14.
Can I whisper to him? I know what they look like.
I'll say that's close enough. You basically know that they're the captain's ones that distinguish them have horns on it. So you put horns on the helmet on there. Okay.
In my notes at the top of the page. In my notes at the top of the page, I wrote "Horned captains of Bossing say."
All right. So, are you guys moving together as a group? You guys need to tell me your plan. What are we doing?
If I'm just following behind, like maybe.
If you guys don't have a plan, I'm assuming you guys are just walking to the courtyard to try to get in.
I'm going to talk to Karst. Like I wanted to be stealthy moving up because I didn't want like any guards to see us. So like I'll whisper to Karst. Okay, Karst, if you don't think that you can manage to stealth along the side like I can, do you think that you could just go up and talk to them and keep them busy while I do my thing down there?
I'll be honest. I'm not very subtle. That might be a good idea.
Yeah, I hate to sideline you, but like I don't think we can make it, buddy. I'm gonna be honest.
That's fair.
Don't worry, I'll tell you what happens.
Thank you, Eva. And to be clear, I shouldn't tell him that you guys are going down there, right?
I think it would probably be a bad idea.
Okay. I'll try to make conversation. I might sweat. I get sweaty when I lie, but
you don't even have to lie. You don't even have to lie. You can let them know that we're preoccupied with other business and we'll be there with them shortly.
All right, preoccupied with other business, be there shortly. Sounds good.
Awesome. All right, now here, I'm gonna take Aura and I'm just gonna like dab at like the sweat that's forming on his brow. Put Aura back. And just all right, you ready?
Oh my god.
Let's go.
I'm gonna try to just like smack at him. I can't actually hurt him.
You feel a little like little scratch on your neck.
Aw, I'm just gonna.
God.
All right, ready? Team on 3. 1, 2, 3. Team. Okay. And I'll keep stealthing along the outside to try to get into the
Yeah, you roll natural 20. Roll one more stealth check for me. You need to roll 2. There's an opening. Hold on a second. So there is an opening, so you're gonna have to go 1 and then another one. Then you'll be like on the opposite end of the tower behind it.
So am I rolling 1 more or 2 more?
Roll one more. All right, what were you saying, Luke?
I was gonna say, could I like kind of? He could use me as like kind of sneak behind me because I'm dressed as one of the guards. I could just kind of sneak past real easily.
You can try, sure.
So would that give me advantage, or is just impacting my roll?
Sure, I'll give you advantage.
Okay.
So would I have to roll stealth as well?
No, because you're walking playing in the open, right?
Okay.
15.
I mean, I guess.
Like around the side, like you're still like
yeah.
They'll see you, but you're kind of blocking.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine, Fabs. You make it actually behind the so where the tower's currently posted. You're like here's the door. You're on this like opposite end that's like basically parallel to the actual wall that'll lead outside the city. It's darker now, and the clouds in the sky that had been cloudy before, you hear a rumbling, and rain begins to fall down. You hear the tinging of different armor. Ting, 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 ting. It's a light rain. It's not a heavy rain, but it's just rumbling for now. You do get a sense that it's going to pick up. As the rain falls down, you obviously are very happy about this because it's going to be easier for you to stealth. There are 2 guards currently posted at the door of the entrance to get into the tower. Karst, you walk up towards the cart, and they greet you. Ah, shit, it's raining. Oh, Karst. How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing real good. How are you doing? Can't wait to get on the road.
Good.
No?
Yeah, good. Yeah, we were surprised that you guys didn't leave right away. Yeah, it was really surprising that you didn't leave. And why was that? Why was that again?
Why we didn't leave like before?
Yeah, like, if you guys needed some stuff or anything, like I could have gotten you some extra supplies or some health potions or anything. You guys could have just asked us.
Oh,
We would have given it to
we've
you.
got that kind of stuff. I mean, we were just a little preoccupied with other business, you know?
Well, it's true. I mean, like, you guys have only been here for a couple of days, so I mean, like, I could see how you maybe
Yeah,
had business.
lots of moving parts going on. No abrupt
yeah.
leaving for us.
Yeah. Well, where's the rest of you guys?
Oh, they're preoccupied.
Roll a perception check
with
for
other
me.
business.
Oh my god. The whole operation.
It's not. That's a persuasion check. We are preoccupied with other business.
It's the same. Oh no!
Yeah,
it's actually...
but he's like lying directly to the guards, man.
It's
He's
a
not
12.
gonna lie. The guards are kind of looking at you suspiciously. They go, other business. What other business do they need to take care of? I mean, you guys have been gone pretty much all day.
Well, yeah, with the business that they are, like preoccupied with. It's what's not adding up here. I mean, you seem like a smart guy.
Yeah, I think he's telling the truth, sir. I don't know what the problem is. Yeah, I'm just a little surprised that you're the only one here out of the 4 of you.
I'm an early bird, I like to be on time. I know I'm late too, but on time.
You're not even on time.
Well, it's it is raining, and this isn't the most ideal conditions. Well, and he's kind of like looking down. He's like, well, we'll give it a little while longer, and this rain's not going to last too long. So,
well, yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what. They're going to be back in a little while. It's raining. I don't like being wet. I'm sure you don't like being wet. Let's go get a drink. We'll meet back up here at the cart. We'll throw a tarp on it. I don't know, whatever you guys call it.
All right. Well,
go sell some mail.
John, you stay here. I'll go to the tavern with Karst.
You're gonna leave him in the rain?
I will. Good job. No, I won't be in the rain. I'll just be in the cart in the back. And then there's actually like a little mesh coating that goes over the top of it that prevents like rain from getting on the provisions and everything on the back of the cart.
All right. Well,
so he's just sitting in the back watching the rain, and you begin to walk towards the dancing basilisk with this other soldier. He goes, so yeah, so what brought you guys to town?
Yeah, we were ready for some new scenery, I guess is the way to put it.
I get that.
Ready for
I know that one of you is part of the Silver Falcon, so it's probably why you guys are getting escorted back.
Yeah, I mean, how long have you been a god, by the way? Have you been doing this for a long time around here? I'm a newly initiated member of the Silver Falcons. Kind of a big deal.
No, that's
you should be honored.
That's awesome to hear. Honored, yeah. Well, I've been a guard here for only a few days now, but worked my way up pretty easily. I gotta say.
Worked your way up, huh?
Yeah.
What's your rank, soldier?
My rank? Well, I'm a captain. You look over and he's not. You don't see that there are any horns on his helmet.
Something doesn't add up. You're a captain, huh? Can I do an insight check?
Yeah, go ahead.
Something doesn't add up about that. That's 13.
So you're looking at him, and he's looking back at you, and he goes, "But of course they don't have my helmet in yet. I just was experienced in battle, had a great battle, and they promoted me because I saved a bunch of soldiers' life. you get the sense that he is telling the truth.
Oh, so you just got this promotion. A battle. Where was your battle?
Yeah.
Are they battling now?
Yeah, actually, I was part of the support troops over at Blackrock. That was some crazy shit over there.
I think I heard
a lot
about
of soldiers.
that earlier.
Yeah, a lot of soldiers have actually died over there. It's been pretty crazy. There's been battles going on for the last week. And he just kind of pauses as you guys are like walking. He just kind of stops, and you just see it in his face, just like he's still processing some of the events that have like happened there, and he just kind of snaps out of it. He's like, "Yeah, sorry. It's there've been a lot of things I've seen that I just wish I never had."
Hey, it's all right, friend. I'm gonna pat him on the back and put my arm around him while we're walking a little bit. Hey, listen.
Thanks. I volunteered and didn't expect to be promoted so fast, but I just, as a kid, I always grew up wanting to fight the good fight and everything. So,
I can relate to that. I come from the wastelands myself. I left just because small town living. I had a good life, but I just wanted to make something of myself. I wanted the name Cost to mean something, and what that is, hell if I know, but I hope to find it.
It seems like you and I are kind of on the same path, trying to do the good for others and everything.
I fight the good fight, brother.
For sure. And he takes his helmet off and looks at you, and he's like, I'm Aaron, by the way.
I'm Cost. Give him a
Karst, nice
handshake.
Nice to meet you. Aron.
Aron.
Now I'm gonna have eraser marks at the front of his name.
Just erase the whole name and then it's fine.
I can't have guard in my notes.
You see on his as he takes his helmet off, like he has short, almost kind of just like poorly, buzzed hair. He's got like a bunch of scars on his face. You actually see on his neck like a pretty easily distinguishable like arrow that like barely like missed him, like kind of scathed to the side of his neck. He's got, I would say, pretty heavy scruff, but not beard, if that's like kind of like that in between. And short black hair, brown eyes, black eyebrows, and nicer teeth than normal. And he's a human. He's like, anyway, well, here's the dancing basilisk. Let's grab a drink, all right?
We shall. Let's do it.
As you open the door, you hear, I pissed on a cat in the alley. It was a lot of fun in the alley. And the door just shuts behind you. At this point, we cut back to the rest of the group. There are 2 guards currently still posted in the front of the door of the tower. And Eva, you're going to be approaching them, correct?
Yeah.
So you're approaching them. They are not captains. They're surprised, like, oh, captain.
I am supposed to take over the watch now.
Deception check.
Oh, crap. Everyone knows the wizard's good at charisma.
You were just gonna walk in.
That's a 12.
They look at you. Captain, pardon us, but we were told by the commander herself that we need to be posted up here and not be relieved till tomorrow. Why now? We just started our post about 2 hours ago.
All right. I guess I'll just go tell Commander Louisa that you were being a captain.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no. There's no need for that, Captain. Please, it's a really unique request, and I mean, you have a little bit of a higher pitched voice than our captain, so it's a little interesting to us.
I will relieve you of your post for 30 minutes. Go about and then come back.
That's a pretty unique amount of time. Are you sure? Roll another deception check for me.
Please, dear God in heaven. I didn't drop it, but it did fall out of my dice tray. That one doesn't count. That's better. All right. 19.
That's better.
How I feel about that.
Like you can just stop and say it fell out of my dice tray. I'll roll again.
The other one was a 17.
So what'd you roll?
I swear to God.
What'd you roll?
I rolled 18. So plus 1 is 19. The other one was a 17.
They look at you kind
out.
of very weirded out, and they go, "Well, where do you want us to go, Captain?"
Just back to your barracks.
Okay.
Where your rooms, whatever.
Oh, okay. And they just kind of like are looking at each other weird, and they begin to like walk away towards their barracks.
That was not well done.
Sorry, I'm a little bit confused on where I was. Am I like there's like the doors here, and I'm like
you're like on the side. You're in the shadows. So like think about like this. Because I can only like show you. I'm a visual person. So like if this was the wall that goes above, this is the tower, right? So you're like here, and the entryway's here. So like you're like next to the wall, kind of more tucked in the side. So you see as the guards are beginning to walk away.
Did I hear that conversation at all, or no?
Yeah, absolutely, you did. You're close enough to hear that.
After they walk past, I'm going to slide in, and as I pass Eve, I'm going to say, "We need to teach you how to lie."
And we need to teach you to hurry up.
All right. Are you standing watch, Eva? Where are you positioned?
No. I'm going to go down with him because I want to hear the conversation.
So you head down.
Actually, I'll stand watch, but I'm going to look at the hamster on his shoulder and be like, "Okay, Aura, I have your gold. I am gonna give it to you regardless, but please make sure that he tells me the truth when you get back."
You're bribing a hamster. And
I'm
I'm
not
gonna
bribing her.
I'm gonna go in, and I'm going to like try to unlock the door now.
Okay.
Go right to the
All right, we got our first lock picking stuff right here. Let's go. Okay, so roll a sleight of hand check for me.
sleight of hand.
Yeah.
19.
Easily. You look first through. You see that there is a guard that's still posted inside. In the hallway inside the cell. You do unlock it, but you haven't opened the door.
Aura, can you do me a favor? Are we sure Oscar's here? Is he frozen?
Oh, he might be.
Oh, I think he is.
There he is.
Oh no.
Please wait.
Is that
Anyway,
public domain? Are we allowed to do that?
Not monetized.
That's why I'm just singing general elevator music.
Hey guys, look, I'm a rogue too. Oh, now we're okay.
Her
That
elevator.
was kind of impressive, to be honest. That was kind of impressive. I didn't know that you knew him.
The old butterfly.
Yeah. Or
Hmm?
what was the last thing you heard from all of us?
Well, I just heard you guys started singing elevator music.
Okay,
Oh.
so we're
Okay,
there.
so everything you heard so far. Okay.
All right. So Laura, do me a favor. I want you to crawl under the door and just try to like run past and see if you can get the guy to follow you.
Okay. I scoot down to the ground and start running.
He's gonna have to drop you through the
Please?
like little opening. There's like some cell doors have like those bars there, but you can still kind of see through. So he kind of puts his hand up and you scurry down to the floor. You've been headed that way. It's very quiet down there, and here's the guard is still passed out asleep.
Oh wait, he was
Nice to sleep. Ha!
Yeah, but you can't distinguish it from where you currently are. You don't know if he's asleep or not. You just see him sitting.
Oh.
You said I saw a guard. I thought I
Yeah, you see a guard. He's posted at the end of the cell. He's sitting down.
Okay.
You don't know if he's asleep or awake, but
Oh,
Aura does now. So Aura sees that. All right, what do you do? Continue on.
Scuttle back
All right, you scuttle back. Open the door.
and do like.
Oh, okay. So you do this.
Can't actually say words.
Mm-hmm. I'll think to myself, oh man, that is useful. And I'm just gonna open, shut, walk down, and
roll a stealth check for me with advantage because you are aware he's asleep.
Ooh.
Pretty good. Oh, that's the same number. 23.
Nice.
Okay. The door kind of creaks a little bit, but you kind of, as you're pulling it, you realize that like the hinge is kind of like basically slanted downward. So you kind of pull the door up a little bit and you're able to open it just barely so you can kind of slide in and out. So you have enough room. And as you begin to walk, you are just so light on your feet that there's not a sound. But you finally approach yours now about arm's length from the guard that's still asleep.
I'm going to try to take the keys off of his belt or whatever.
Slide a hand. I'll slide a hand check for me. With advantage because he's asleep.
Okay.
I would say with advantage because he's asleep. Yes.
Natural 20.
Okay.
27.
It's like you've done this in your sleep when people are asleep. So you grab the keys just perfectly and you put your fingers in between each one so they don't clang or anything. So it's kind of a very smooth two-handed pullback. And you're holding on to them and you look over and you just see this large Goliath that's just standing there looking at you with the biggest smile on his face.
Is Rin also awake currently?
You look to the right. Roll a perception check for me.
10.
Do you have dark vision?
I do.
Pretty sure you do. So it'd be normal lighting for you then.
Yeah, no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you easily see her. She's kind of like hunched over, like with the shackles behind her, kind of like up against like a corner with her head heading the side, and she's asleep right now.
Okay. I'm going to walk up to the Goliath, and I'm going to say, in common, I'm leaving in less than half an hour. Tell me what you know about the cause, and you can have the keys. The only thing I'm telling you though is, once you leave, you didn't meet me. I wasn't here, and the guard just got too close by himself.
Key first, huh?
Listen, I need to know something. You need something from me. Give me a little taste. Don't give me the whole thing. That wouldn't be fair to you. Give me a taste.
I don't know much about the cause other than they're trying to reclaim what was once theirs. And what was once theirs was a land known as Trolloc. So you know they're trying to overtake Trolloc. He then says to you, also, their current base of operations is currently located on the Lady of the Lake.
Believe him?
Roll an insight check.
Insight. Oh, not my best right now. 12.
That'll do it, actually. Because when he was talking about Trolloc, the way he was speaking about it, you could definitely discern he was telling the truth. And then when he's speaking about the Lady of the Lake, you knew he was just full of shit. Mainly because you know that the Lady of the Lake, you don't know a lot of information, but you know for a fact that elves have not ventured there.
I believe half of what you're saying. I'll give you these keys, but I hope that there's more to it.
Well, tell you what, if you are interested in ever meeting up, currently I reside over by Mount Fang. It's a nice little town over there, and, well, for a pass across again, you'll see me over there.
This dear Mount Fang, you said?
Yeah, it's a town a little below Mount Fang.
Okay. I'll quietly drop the keys in his hand and say, remember, half an hour. This guy wakes up before that. He got too close on his own. I'll flash him a wink and then I'll dart up the stairs and I'll leave it unlocked.
Cool. All right, so you are now upstairs, correct?
I'm upstairs. I opened the door, pulled it up, back forward, and I said, "It was quick. Let's go."
All right. You exit the door, and no one's seen you that you're aware of. At this point, Karst, you're currently in the tavern, and you're finishing up your drinks, and this guy turns to you and he's like, Karst, you're a good man. You're a good man, and I know I've confided a lot in you, but, you know, this has just been a lot of fun. And you just hear, like, the end of the song, and that's why we piss on cats.
Cheers to that. Aaron, it was good to get to know you a little bit.
Ben and Ven then begin to, like, run over across the bar to you, Carson. Goes, hey, hope you guys have a good night, and, you know, you just need to pay your tab, Carson. The guy goes, hey, it's on me.
Oh, I like you, Aaron. You're a good guy. I'll take one more for the road.
We're gonna pull up in the cart. Cart's gonna have an ale in his hand. We'll be like, what the hell happened?
All right, well, enjoy that one to go. And he's like, yeah, I'll catch up with you, Karst. You go. I'm gonna finish up paying the bill, and I think you see some of my buddies doing the dagger throw thing. I think I'm gonna go join them. So,
no.
And then he puts out his arm. He puts out his arm to kind of like give you like one of those like nice like, you know. Yeah.
All right, till next time, Aaron.
Walks over his buddies. He goes, hey, hope to see you again, man.
And as I walk out, I'm gonna be humming the song to myself. I pissed on a door in the alley. It's catchy. I like it.
You begin to hum and make your way down. As you begin to hum, I need you to roll a perception check for me, Karst.
Oh my gosh. Oh, they're there. That's 17.
Okay. At the corner of your eye, you hear kind of a... You hear it, and you kind of see it. It's like a figure flop down from the roof of a building.
Oh, I swear if this is that fucker again. Can I make out who it is up there?
He jumped down.
Oh, he jumped out. Can I make it up?
Yeah.
Can I make out
Do you
who it
want
is?
to turn around?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn around.
All right.
I'll whip
Turn
right
around.
around.
You turn around and looking at him, you know exactly who it is.
Same bounty.
Hey.
It's Arkatroth.
Oh, it's Troth.
Hey!
Had me nervous for a second there.
It was so
We're
nice.
all like, oh crap!
I'm in trouble.
Arthur
God.
looks, he goes, "Hey, it's a pleasure to see you again, Cast. I was a little surprised you guys didn't make your way back into my magic shop. Care to browse at all?"
I mean, things got a little complicated, but I mean, I don't have a watch, but I'm waiting on some people, so why not? I'll check it out.
All right, come
Do you have
on
something
in.
you want to show me or something, or?
He just
Because
snaps
he's the
his
only
fi-
one who didn't buy things.
snaps his fingers, and you guys are in embers and ashes immediately.
Wait, we are too.
No, just Karst.
Mhm.
Okay.
You snap it. Roll a
At the
d20 for
same
me.
thought. At the same thought.
Roll a d20 for me.
18.
Takes 18 points of damage.
Okay. Nothing happens. So he kind of looks at you and goes, "Well, I was hoping that you would at least peruse some of my items and see if there's anything of the liking. I know that we spoke about teleporting. I don't have anything like that, but do you have something that I think you might be very much interested in?"
Ooh, well, if there's one thing I can do, it's peruse.
He walks
I don't know
over
what
to
that
you and
means,
he
but I'll do it.
peruse is another word for look and examine and browse.
Looking, I got 2 eyes for that. I'm good at that. Let's do it.
So you begin to look around, and you see him, flipping his finger around and twirling it, and you hear kind of like from above, kind of this like shuffling, like, and these 2 boots come flying over and land kind of like on his counter that he's standing behind towards the entrance, and he goes, "You can peruse all you like, but these boots here, I felt that you might like."
Well, what do they do? Are you gonna tell me?
Oh, yeah. These are boots of levitation.
Oh, like the boots levitate with me in them?
No, wearing these boots will allow you to levitate, but again, there's 7,500 gold pieces in terms of cost. But I figure someone might be aware that I at least have this item, and then if you have some coin later on, I'd be more than happy to give this to you.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you've heard, Arca, but I'm kind of on the up and up, I've been really improving my social status as of late, and I think there's going to be a good cash inflow coming alongside that, so I'm good for the money, I guess is what I'm saying.
Oh, so you'd like to do a loan through me?
Well,
You pay back per
with
interest.
interest,
It's only-
yes. I'm a fair guy. Let's say 10%.
Yeah,
Is that right?
it would be 10%. So you would owe quite significant.
a
So
lot?
75,000 gold pieces for this.
Wait, is 10% a lot?
I would not recommend something that this much, and considering that the amount of fees typically for guild
Really?
members.
Like,
Here, I tell you what. You guys are currently headed to the city of
Curse is getting
Jatara.
swindled.
Of Jatara, correct?
Yeah, Jatara, the big city out east of here, yeah.
Yes. There is something that I would like for you to deliver for me, if possible.
Like
And
a
I will
letter?
I'll give these boots to you. Well, a letter. We wouldn't necessarily call it that. Here. And he just hands you. It's a box, probably about, I would say, 4 by 4, 4 inches by 4, kind of like
A
I would
little
say
box.
almost like a room, about like a Rubik's Cube. That's probably the extent of it. It's just a very small box. Rubik's Cube.
It's $20. What's in the box, Arker?
Well, that's... I would definitely not open it. No matter what anyone says, don't open the box. Understood?
Don't open the box. Okay, okay.
Yes.
I'm following so far.
I need you to deliver this box for me to an individual that is currently being posted up at a guild.
Which guild?
This guild. Let me check real quick. And he like pulls over and he like looks and you see that there's two different books that he has that are on his shelf. There's a book of like items in his shop. There's a book of loans that he has of people, and then there's a book of like missions and quests. And he pulls this like book of like inquiries. That's what we're gonna call it, inquiries. So he pulls out the inquiry book and he looks at it and he's like, okay, yes. So this is known as the Green Hornets. So the Green Hornets.
The Green Hornets.
No, not like the Green Hornet. The Green Hornets. Okay.
It's plural.
Yeah, they are a smaller guild. So, and what I mean by smaller is that this is more of a halfling guild, and you need to give this to an individual there by the name of Aurelia.
Aurelia.
Aurelia, yes.
Aurelia. All right, I'll write that down. Okay. That's it? That's 7,500 gold pieces right there.
Yes. Give this to this individual. Personally, I would just say that this is from me, Arkatroth.
From
that you are delivering this to Arkatroth.
From Arkatroth. That's a good last name. I didn't know that was your last name.
Of
I
course.
just like the image of a half orc going to a bunch of half
So,
orcs.
if you once you complete this, boots will magically appear.
Oh, so I don't leave here with the boots. I get them onto... Okay. I mean, I understand.
No, you must complete the mission first. And he snaps his fingers, and the boots go like back to where they go.
The nice boots.
Now remember, you don't have to complete the mission. I'm just giving you the opportunity.
I mean, you're offering me these boots that are worth a small fortune for the price of delivering a box the size of my palm. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna take that deal. That's a good deal. I see no possible repercussions this could have down the line.
Cool. All right. Anyway, that's really what I was hoping to. These boots were actually pretty cool. I figured it might give you a little bit of advantage, given your stature and what you like to do. And levitating is pretty cool, but it's the closest thing I had to teleporting. So I thought of you about these.
You're always keeping an eye out for me, Akko. I appreciate that. You're a good man. You know that, right? I wish you would have run into me earlier. I just came back from the bar. Would have had a lot of fun.
You flatter me, Cost. But please, if there isn't anything else I can do for you, please drop by whenever you want.
Thank you very much. All right, could you do the snappy thing and put me back out there? I am waiting. Some friends might be waiting on me. I'm not sure if they're back yet.
I'll send you over there. And he snaps his fingers, and now you're literally at the cart.
Oh, that's so cool. That is so cool. Is everyone else there already?
You just appear. Eva's there. Salathil and Aura.
You still have your.
there.
We're just standing there.
Guys,
he's late. Where is?
As you guys are,
does he still have his ale?
As you guys open the door, he appears and his ale is there too. And there's
I like stagger out of the teleport.
Where were you? Been waiting for you for 20 minutes.
I did my job. You're welcome.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't want to say this too loud, but we're also kind of on a clock here. So let's get moving if we can.
That's a good point. Let's go.
Yeah. Hey, so you guys finally made it. Awesome. Well, hey, here's the rest of your stuff, and good luck. Good luck making your way to Tatara.
Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Who's driving?
Not it.
I can drive.
I've got dark vision. I can also drive.
I need to take a long rest.
Don't worry, guys. I got this. It's all about family. Okay.
He's got a beer in his hand and he's just driving.
You know I'm the best drunk driver.
Don't drink in cart. All right, so we'll get everything, just like throw everything in the back, and then start going forward.
All right, you begin to move forward. You begin to make your way. The rain has subsided a little bit, and you guys journey on. Through the night, the ones that aren't driving are currently sleeping in the back. You guys do rest. So you do get a full rest. And the next morning, as you guys have been driving throughout the night, Salithil, you're getting really tired. And it's probably like early rising morning. It's probably like close to 6 a.m.
I'll just turn over to Karst and say, "Hey man, I need to take a quick nap, like 4 hours. I'll just like sit in the back and zone out. If anybody just shows up, just like yell really loudly and I'll come out and start stabbing."
I can do that
Sound
for
good?
you. Yeah.
Cool. And I'm just going to go into the back seat, sort of put like my feet in like meditation, put my bag in front of me, and like just place my arms over it and just close eyes and like focus.
You
Zone out.
meditate. You guys travel on for a little bit longer. It's now midday at this point. The horses, there are two of them, are getting kind of tired, and Karst, you can kind of tell because they're beginning to slow down and they're like waving a little bit back and forth, and you get the sense that they are tired. You guys end up stopping there isn't really a main road. They're headed in that direction towards Datara. There isn't really a main road, but the land's pretty flat and it's very, thin grass. It's not like there's probably, I guess, like some areas where it kind of is shaped like a road, so it's being used a lot. So at this point, you guys kind of peer off and set up like a little bit of a fire to kind of get food and everything, and eat. You have some provisions. There's like plenty of meat in there. There's bread. There's actually a barrel of ale in there for you guys too. Not a large one, but probably like enough for just traveling and drinking. As you guys are sitting there and you have a camp, and again, this is the middle of the day. There's not a cloud in the sky. It's beautiful out. You do hear another horse approaching towards the direction that you came. You guys look to the left of you. You do see that there is a soldier, or pretty distinguishable soldier, in all black armor. Like all black armor, not similar to the one that you saw before, but very distinguishable, almost kind of like scales, like black, almost scaly type of armor. It's very thin, it's not bulky, but very versatile and movable. Not wearing his helmet. He has slicked back, black hair, blue eyes, and black eyebrows. He has a scar that runs from the side of his left of his face down to his chin. And he steps over, takes his helmet off, looks at you and goes, you four. Hey, excuse me. Dratara. Farther up? Right direction?
Just along the road. Two more days travel. Follow the road. Don't take the right hand path. The one that just goes straight. If it ever splits into two, it's the one that's straight and like more to the left.
Oh, appreciate it. Thank you. If you don't mind, I haven't eaten anything in a while. Do you mind if I join you guys? I'll give you some coin. I just don't have any food on me.
Any objections?
Not for me.
I don't mind as long as he doesn't stay long.
Come, stranger.
Thank you so much. And you see as like the horse is also like there is armor on the horse. It's black and dark and scaly as well. He kind of brings the horse over. He's like, that's a good boy. That's a good boy, Tara. Come on. All right. So he puts the horse kind of like down near your guys' cart just to kind of ensure that, there's other horses around. It's okay. He takes out his like a pouch of water and pours it into kind of like puts it up and kind of pours it into his hands a little bit and lets the horse drink out of his hands. You see as the horse is drinking, it begins to smell, and he's petting his horse and puts the pouch down and back to the side of him. He wields, as you guys are looking at this, probably one of the longest great swords you've seen in a while. This great sword is very distinguishable because it has 3, I will say, garnet stones that are on the handle of the sword. So it's like 1, 2, 3. Sword also itself, the handle is blackened and very scaly. The 2 edges that have points on there almost kind of look like, I would say, claws in some way. So it's all like 2 claws on the edge of them, and it's a long great sword. He turns back around and goes, thank you so much. I really, seriously, I really appreciate it. I'm traveling over here. I'm currently in the black dragon guild, which he looks over at you, Eva, and he goes, we got ourselves the Silver Falcons here, huh?
Well, as of right now, just me.
And me.
The rest of them.
Yeah.
Oh. And Karst.
That's right, partner.
But yes, I am a member of.
Well, it's really nice to see that the Silver Falcons are still obtaining members, considering some of the things that have transpired.
So you know.
Know about what specifically?
Nothing. If you don't know, you don't know. It's fine.
He pulls out a pouch. He's like, how does 5 gold sound to you guys? For just a couple of pieces of meat and some bread. Does that sound good to you guys?
He's a fellow guild member, Eva. He seems like a nice guy.
Make it 4 so that way we don't fight over each other.
Here, and he just tosses over a platinum piece. He's like, I got plenty of money to spare. I don't mind.
Yoink.
No, yoink. Me,
So,
yoink.
You wanna combat a dex check? I like those odds.
Yes.
Go for it.
I'm using my lucky dice this time.
16.
12.
Fine.
You guys both grab it, and he kind of is like, okay, yeah, I guess they don't pay you well either. He looks in his pouch and tosses you one, Eva.
Can I yoink?
Sure.
Can I cast Firebolt on him?
Sure.
Here, wait. No, I have a better idea. I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation, and here, wait, I'm gonna read this so I don't screw it up. Okay, so I'm going to create like a really loud ringing, like a little ringing sound on the side of his ears. It's not supposed to be like harmful. It's just supposed to be annoying, like just a really annoying ringing sound.
You're giving me
to kind of throw him off. What?
To find my iPhone ring.
No, he's giving me tinnitus. Tinnitus.
Tinnitus.
There you go.
The buzzing in the ear. The correct pronunciation.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yeah. I don't know.
do I roll a disadvantage then, or what?
Yeah.
Okay. 13.
17.
Yeah. So you're like hovering, and you're like and you're like trying to grab it, and it just goes through your hands, easily missed, and Eva catches it, and he just kind of looks at you and goes, all right, that was fine. And he sits down next to Karst, and he's like, hey, I'm Mal, by the way. I'm Mal Varsk. I'm actually the guild leader of the Black Dragons.
Guild leader, huh? Well, it's nice to meet you, Malvas.
Correct.
My name's Carl Sunborn.
Karst, nice to meet you. Listen, I'm headed up that way, and usually I don't normally go from this side of the road, so I appreciate you guys telling me the way in which I need to make my path here. Usually when I travel... yes?
Sorry, full disclosure, I have no idea. I just really wanted to mess with a stranger, but now I know you and I kind of feel bad, so I don't know. I'd talk to Eva.
No worries. I mean, I'm sure I would have found it at some point, and you did say that it'd follow the road, and clearly there's no road down here, so I kind of just figured to continue on, but, not a big deal. I don't mind. It's no troubles at all. But usually I travel back from Blackrock, and usually oversee that sort of area, and that's typically the direction that I come back.
Do I know anything about the Black
Yes.
Dragons and how the guild is run?
The Black Dragons are easily a top 3 guild in the land of Doterra.
Okay, so it's
what was once
us, them, and Golden Dragons.
So what was
Dragons.
once
You Black Dragons.
Yeah. So what was once a very violent and really, gritty type of guild has established themselves as being the top guild to go to for anything combat related, especially when in regards to dragons. They are very much, I would say, proficient in killing dragons and also defending dragons, but they have a fantastic reputation, really in terms of protection and service. Protection and service are their kind of motto, and that's really what they do.
You
they
gave
protect
a
and serve.
guild. You gave a guild the tagline "Protect and Serve." These are
No, it's just protection and service.
This is the U.S. Army
Completely
Guild.
different.
Completely different. Actually, hold on. Let me look it up because I did write it down. Providing protection and service. That's what it is.
Okay. So we're on our way to Datara as well. Are you in any sense of speed or safety and numbers I would say on the road, but in the wilderness?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, if we're all going to Datara, makes sense to travel together, unless you have to get there faster than we do.
Well, your cart's gonna kind of slow me down a little bit, and don't want to, give you guys any wrong impression here. I just do have some business that I need to take care of. This is my first break in 2 days.
Are you... I don't mean to pry, but are you going to see someone? Possibly family?
Being as a Silver Falcon, I think you would know kind of what's going on in Doterra a little bit. We've been at war in Blackrock for the last 2 or 3 weeks. It's been utterly chaos and crazy, but look, I know you guys are an up-and-coming guild, and you've made really great name for yourselves completing missions from both the minor and major side of things, so I'll let you in on kind of what's happening. The city of Blackrock is currently being overthrown by, we don't exactly know what, but there are a lot of I guess, entities and creatures that we're dealing with that we haven't dealt with before, and it's quite alarming to say the least, as BlackRock is really the source of a lot of our resource in regards to coal, steel, metal, all different sorts of those things. We really do get from BlackRock. We've been trading with them for years, but unfortunately they were overthrown by these creatures, probably from the Darklands, I would assume. So we've been fighting over there for a while, but I actually made my way through to Kyrovex mainly just because I needed to update, really, I just needed to mend my armor, and there's a great smith over there. So, yeah, now I'm on my way back to the city of Tara to gather more men and supplies, and then make my way back to Blackrock.
You never made it as far as Twendel, did you?
Twendel? Oh, man, Twendel. City of Trade, lots of fun over there, huh? Well, no, I haven't made my way over there recently, but I do imagine that the craziness over there and politics and all that underground society bullshit, those, man. All I know is that it's not typically a place that I like to stay too long at.
The same guy, then. Well, if you're only going to be here for a few moments longer, how about a drink? A toast to the protection of Dertara.
I appreciate that. I do. But I don't partake in drinking.
Slightly disappointing, but not going to knock it for you. I'm just going to walk over and get an ale for me and Karst, and I'm going to get a third one for Aura, and I'm just going to look over at Eva and like raise glasses.
No, thank you.
God, you guild members are boring. I'm gonna put one in front of everyone else and just.
Well, it's not really a rule against guilds, I would say.
I just don't like. Isn't it like midday?
I would say it's probably like it's past lunch at this point. It's like 1 o'clock.
Medieval
I prefer
which is basically water.
He looks over at you and he goes, "So, yeah, Eva, I've been, I've been at Blackrock, and actually, one of your guild members is there. Oh, sorry, guild leaders, Mia.
She's still alive?
Yeah, I last I saw her, she was going into battle. But yeah, last I saw her, she was perfectly fine. Have you heard word of her or anything?
I mean,
how's she doing?
I heard from Commander Luisa that she had passed.
When was this news delivered?
A few days ago, not too long, but I don't.
Like yesterday.
I don't.
You see, as he kind of like, which was once like very nice and easily to converse with, just kind of ends up. You see this face of his kind of sink down. If that's the case, then we need to move immediately. And he's like, I really appreciate it. Thanks so much. And he begins to like step up and runs over and he's like, Taro, get over here. The horse walks over to him and he gets on the horse. He goes, listen, when you get to the city of Tara, I will say this. It is utmost importance that you go to your guild. Get as many members as you can and try to see if other guilds will be willing. But we need to get over to Blackrock immediately. I don't know how many men they have left over there. I'm going to press on. He's about ready to leave, so if you guys want to say anything or ask him anything.
Just so you know, the new guild leader is my old captain, Captain Dorn.
Dorn, what a great character. I fought with him once. That was interesting.
Goodbye.
And he smiles and he like points at his face.
Oh my god.
And then
I gotta send a knowing nod.
And then he rushes off.
So how badly do we want Aura's boots?
And that's where we'll end tonight's session with him riding off.
Ugh.
Good at one.
Cool.
That was rough.
You guys were on the edge of your seats when I said that the dark cloaked figure popped down. You guys all were so quiet. It was so funny.
I was just waiting for the unveiling.
I'm getting
Can I tell a joke?
Like hill giants. Karst has to play Parcel Boy, and I sold my soul. Everyone else is getting their magic items for like nothing. I mean, sure, Karst is delivering a pipe bomb. That's about it.
I got a good joke.
After this, before your joke, you guys all continue traveling on, and as the night approaches, Karst, you get a vision from your deity, and a moon appears in your dream. And as it sparkles and glistens, you begin to feel a little bit more powerful than you did before.
Ooh.
And you level up.
Only Karst.
Just
level 3.
Aura, you also feel your magic begin to grow as well. And you get the sense that someone's watching you, but you don't know exactly where, but you get a sense that like you're being watched, but not in a negative way. Like someone's keeping a good eye on you.
Oh, I see.
And you level up.
Cloud
Eva,
gets a little bit bigger.
you level up too. And that's where we'll end. No, I'm kidding. Fabs, you level up. Of course you level up. Everybody levels up.
Please.
You have a subclass.
I finally have a subclass. Oh man. I'm so excited I can finally.
No, I can't make the joke. It was about us not leveling up again.
Yeah, I can't wait for the next 10 sessions of level 3 now.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the next 10 years to be level 3.
I let just Fab's character level up.
I don't know why,
so
but it makes me think of like one of those like signs that people wear that's like a shame sign, and then they would like post on the internet.
Lawson's gonna repurpose that note card for the entire campaign.
Oh, I should definitely do that. I should
write 4.
All right, so I'm gonna have you guys all roll for your health while we're still on, so that way we'll be good to go. So who's ever up first, go ahead.
Lucky D6.
I get my character
all
sheet
right,
back
Luke.
out.
Luke's up first.
That's a 2.
Ooh, rough.
Yeah.
But I finally hit the 20s because of my constitution higher.
Yay!
All right, so Luke's character rolled a 2, so you're now up to
20.
20. All right, who's up next?
I'll go next.
And we re-roll ones, but just let me know if you rolled a 1, okay?
Got a little D8 going.
Oh, if only I rolled a 1.
5. All right, that's pretty good.
Average. Pretty good.
Ooh, I got a max
2.
roll.
What'd you get?
Oh.
An 8. I have a D8.
All right.
So an 8.
There we go. Got an 8.
My turn. And that's a 3.
All right. Okay. So not bad,
tough
not
game.
good for everyone. All right. Good. No, I'm glad. So at this point, you guys are level 3. For those of you that stuck with us and are watching, thank you so much for dropping in. We really appreciate it. And looking forward to next week on next episode of Dice Droppers.
Is that our outro?
Is that the sign off?
I thought so.
That it?